My 4-month-old daughter is unprotected due to so many people not getting vaccinated. Vaccination is your choice, a choice that makes a big difference. This sweet, innocent little baby can't get vaccinated yet for all illness due to her age. Some vaccines, you get more than one to build up your enough immunity or a booster. Today we will discuss vaccines. First, what is a vaccine? Next, why we should get vaccinated. Then, how vaccinations work. First, let's look at what is a vaccine. According to Medline Plus, vaccines expose you to a very small, very safe amount of a virus or bacteria that has been weakened or even killed. Your body then creates antibodies to recognize the infectious disease. So if you are exposed to a form of illness from someone else, you are more protected and less likely to become sick. After administering, the person may have a few minor side effects, leading up to even major and even death. My story is about flu vaccine. We each and every one of us should get it every year. Yet I get extremely sick from the flu vaccine. It's not that I get the flu, I get flu-like symptoms. Yes, I haven't died from the vaccine and others have, unfortunately. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't get vaccinated because the flu itself can cause death. There is a greater chance of dying if you're unvaccinated than if you've gotten vaccinated. Now that we have discussed what a vaccine is, let's look at why we should get vaccinated. It prevents you from getting sick. It reduces your family's chance of becoming sick. It protects others from catching sickness with herd immunity. It prevents a massive breakout, like Balto with diphtheria. According to the World Health Organization, an estimated 19.9 million children under the age of 1 did not receive the DTP vaccine. The DTP is part of the diphtheria, and there's 3 vaccines they gotta get, 3 doses of it. That means 19.9 million children are unprotected. This is what herd immunity looks like. Start off with one person who didn't get immunized. They're the little red person up there. They're infected, but the rest of the family was smart and they got vaccinated. It leads to the community where you only have the one person vaccinated, many others who have been vaccinated, and then you have one person who did not get vaccinated but can stay healthy because fewer people were infected. Now you look at this graph over here, it's not herd immunity. You've got the one person who starts off infected. In the family, there's 2 people who didn't get infected. The others were vaccinated, so they didn't get sick. Now you go out into the community, you've got 3 people who are now infected, and you've got 3 people who haven't been vaccinated but are luckily healthy. And then you've got everybody else who has remained healthy. So they didn't. This one, there's more people who got infected because there was less people who got the vaccine. The herd immunity didn't cover them. Now that we've talked about what a vaccine is and why we should get a vaccine, we are going to look at how vaccines work. The more people who get a vaccine, the more people are protected. Not everyone can get a vaccine due to their age, allergic reactions, or current illness. So a doctor might not give you a vaccine if you're already ill because your body's already weakened. Your immune system is already weakened. And by giving you a vaccine, that's weakening your body even more. Those who can't receive a vaccination depend on everyone else to get vaccinated to prevent them from getting sick. They depend on the herd immunity. Just like the illness we are trying to prevent, the more vaccinations that people get, the more spread of the stronger bodies fight against the horrible and even disastrous diseases are. Here's a recap. We just went over what a vaccine is. Next, we discussed why we should get vaccinated. Then we discussed how vaccines work. And finally, Think about this statement from Jason Barham, who is part of the Allergen Immunotherapy. He found estimates concerning the American population indicating that approximately 180 deaths from vaccines occur each year, which is roughly the equivalent to the number of traffic accident fatalities that occur every 1.5 days. In that case, why are we driving around with a higher risk of death by motor vehicle accidents than vaccines? Or sending our kids in a motor vehicle accident if we don't want to vaccinate them? They would have a better chance of survival with vaccines than they do in a car. Let's work on staying healthy together. It takes the community.